related to your memory. Okay, so your memory contents of memory will get uh, transfer. Load the accumulator with the byte from program memory. So this is called as the index addressing. Two instructions are there, that is move C. See, this C indicates your code memory. Move C A comma at the rate A plus dptr, and second instruction is move C A comma at the rate A plus program counter. Now we will see this, how this will be, how the data transfer will be take place in this first instruction move C A comma at the rate A plus dptr. So here your at the rate, it always indicates your data pointer. That means it points to the one memory location. So here the memory location is nothing but A plus dptr. That means your contents of accumulator will get added to the contents of dptr. Okay, and after addition, whatever the data you will get, that indicates your memory location. So at the rate, at that memory location, some data will be there. That data will get copy into your accumulator. We'll see this in next slide. That is, see this. This is your instruction move C comma A at the rate A plus dptr. So your DPTR, for example, I have taken DPTR is equals to 4000H. Okay. So here your 4000 indicates your 16-bit address of your memory location, because your DPTR always contains the 16-bit data only. So we can load the address of your memory location 4000H in DPTR. Here you see that this is your memory location and the contents of memory locations are shown here. Your DPTR, I have taken the example 4000. Your accumulator, suppose it is 02. Okay. What is this instruction? First, you have to add the contents of accumulator and DPTR. So after addition 02 plus 4000, you will get a 4002H. So this forms a one more memory location, and at the rate that A plus DPTR means at the rate 4002. What are the addition of that contents of accumulator and DPTR, that forms memory location at the rate your 4002. Okay. What should be there at the rate 4002? 24H. Okay. So this data will get moved into the accumulator. So this is the instruction move C A comma at the rate A plus dptr. So your contents of this memory location that indirectly specified with A plus dptr. Your contents of accumulator plus contents of dptr will get added, and they will form one memory location, and contents at that memory location will get moved into the accumulator. This is the most important instruction in 8051. Okay. Sometimes why it is called as index addressing, because whenever you want to access the lookup table, okay, in any program, suppose you want to access the lookup table, at that time this instruction will be used. So in the lookup table means what? Lookup table is nothing but the data stored at some memory locations. So you can access that data from lookup table one by one with the help of this instruction. So from that lookup table, you can access first data, move into the accumulator. Okay. Then it will get incremented by one. Then that you can have that second data from lookup table into the accumulator. Okay. So that's why it is called as the index addressing. I think all of you are getting this instruction, MOVC, because this is the most important instruction. Every time in exam also this instruction will be asked, and your examiners also ask this instruction that you have to explain. Okay. So next is this is your, I told you two instructions are there. That is your move C A comma at the rate A plus dptr, that just we have seen with example. One more instruction move C A comma at the rate A plus program counter. Okay. So here instead of dptr, you have to just consider the contents of your program counter. that will be executed in the same way. That will accumulator contents will get added with your contents of your program counter. They will form one memory location, and the contents at that memory location will move into the accumulator. Now next, this is related, that is for your internal memory, code memory, MOVC. Suppose you want to transfer the data from external memory, external data memory. For that, you have the instruction MOVX. Your X stands for your external memory. So for possible combinations of your MOVX instructions are there. MOVX A comma at the rate RI. Second, MOVX A comma at the rate DPTR. MOVX at the rate RI, comma accumulator, and MOVX at the rate DPTR, comma A. So here, instead of internal memory, you have to consider only the external memory. Okay, we'll see that. First, MOVX A comma at the rate RI. That means here MOVX, you should have the external memory. At the rate RI means what? It is a at the rate R0 or R1. You should have always the R0 and R1 for this at the rate RI. So suppose your R0 contains 21, for example. So that 21 is nothing but your memory location that is indirectly specified into the R0 register. So contents at this memory location, what are the contents will be there at this memory location will get moved into the accumulator. Okay, so this is the instruction, that is move x a comma at the rate RI. The contents of the memory location indirectly specified in R0 register will move into the accumulator. Okay, getting all of you? This instruction MOVX. See, this is the R0 or RI. That means this should be 8-bit external memory. Okay, so your external memory should be 8-bit. So if you have the 16-bit, then we will use the DPTR, that is the next instruction. So here you have the MOVX A comma at the rate RI. So 8-bit memory location will be stored in R0 register, and the contents at that memory location will move into the accumulator. Now next is your at the rate DPTR. Okay, MOVX A at the rate DPTR. Previously we have seen that MOVX A comma at the rate RI. Okay, so that is the 8-bit memory address. Here we have the 16-bit memory address, because your DPTR is a 16-bit register. So we should have to store 16-bit address in DPTR. For example, here I have taken the memory location as 4101. I have moved that memory, I have stored that data in DPTR. Okay. So here you can write that instruction in this way. Move DPTR, comma, hash 4101. So here 4101, this is the memory location, will get stored in data pointer. Now at the rate DPTR, that means at the rate 4101. This is the memory location, and these are the contents of this memory location. So this memory location, 12H contents will get moved into the accumulator. Okay, so here this is your external memory. You have to consider the 16-bit external memory when you are using this instruction move x a comma at the rate DPTR. So your contents of your memory location, external memory location 16-bit will move into the accumulator. Okay. Now the reverse instruction, that is move x at the rate RI comma A. That is your contents of accumulator will move to the specified memory location. We have seen the previously, that is move x a comma at the rate RI. Now this is the reverse of that instruction, move x at the rate RI comma A. Okay, here your contents of accumulator will move to the some memory location. Suppose my contents of accumulator are 67, and I will write this instruction MOVX at the rate R0 comma A, and my R0 is 22. Okay, You can consider any memory location and any data in accumulator and R0. So here R0, this is the 8-bit memory location is shown that is stored in R0. So at the rate R0 means what? At the rate 22. So your accumulator contents are 67 that will get moved into the that memory location at the rate 22. Okay, so this is your data transfer from accumulator to any indirectly specified external important related to your internal and external memory data transfer. Now next, that is you are familiar with that instructions, that is the push and pop instruction. Again, that is related to your stack, that you can have the push and pop a byte, data byte onto the stack. That means you can push the data or you can pop the data. You can push the data from any register to stack or you can pop the data from the stack. That data byte is identified by a direct address from the internal RAM location. Here the examples of push is you can push DPL. See that I told you this is a 8-bit register, DPH and DPL. You can use that in your programming. That means we can use in the instruction like move DPL comma hash data. So here also in push and pop instruction you can use that two 8-bit registers separately. Okay, so here for example I have written push DPL. That means the contents of DPL will get pushed. Okay, and one example for pop is pop 40H. We'll see this with some example. See, this is your push instruction. This is always with your stack pointer. Your stack pointer will get incremented by 1 and then your next data will get moved. So this is your stack pointer that is starts at 00. This is the starting address of your stack pointer, and that means this is the stack memory. And this is your register. Any register you can consider, and these are the locations for that memory that register, that is 08, 09, 10H. Okay. So first, what will happen in push instruction? This is the push instruction means what? It will push the data from any register to the stack. Okay, first in first out. So here your 21 contents of 08 will get moved to your first memory location of your stack, that is 00H. Okay, then second data 56H from next memory location 09 will get moved to the your stack pointer will get incremented, and then that data will get stored at 01 memory location of your stack. Okay. So here first in first out. Your first data 21H from 08 will get stored at 00H memory location of your stack. After this, your stack pointer will get incremented by 1. It becomes 01. Then your next data 56 from 09, it will be get pushed to the that memory location 01H. So this is your first in, first out of your push operation. So for this, we can write the code how this data will get moved from 08, 09 to the stack pointer starting at 00 and 01. Your 08 contents are 21. What should be your 08 contents? 21, and 09 will be 56. Any data you can store there. So I write the instruction move 08 comma hash 21H. I had stored that 21H in 08 memory location. Move 09, I have stored some data 56 into 09. I will push first 00H and then 01. So first I will push your 00. So that means your 21 will get first push to at 00 memory location. Then I will push 01. So your 56 will get moved to the 01H. So in the program you have to write in this way that you have to push first memory location and then push the second memory location. So this is your push operation, that is first in, first out. So your pop operation, you know that it is the totally reverse of your push operation. That is your, what we can say, instead of first in, first out, first out. See, this is your pop operation. That is your data from your stack pointer. Stack memory location will be moved to the register contents or any another memory location. So here your 00, this is the first memory location of your stack. So suppose 12, this is the data stored at that memory location. So this will be first out and last in. Okay, this is the first in, but this is your last in. So what are the last position of your register? Here this 00, that 12 will get first out, but the last in. Okay, then your stack pointer is decremented by 1. Sorry, this is the first 01 will get first loaded into the 32, and then your 12 will get loaded into the last in memory location. So here your stack pointer will be decremented by 1, and then your data will move to the another memory location. You can write this in your programming also, that for example, here your 00 memory location of that is your stack pointer will be 12H, then 01 is 32H. We will pop 1F and then decrement that 0E. So if you have these locations, that is this is 1F and this is the 1F and this is the 0E. You can have that memory locations. You can consider that memory locations where you have to store the data. I have stored that data. I have popped the data 1F and then I have popped that data at 0E. That means you can pop the data from your stack pointer into the register. While in push operation, your data from your any register or memory location will get pushed to the stack memory location. Okay, so with the help of example, you have to explain these instructions, push and pop. That you have already studied somewhat about this push and pop instruction. So your push is first in, first out, and your pop is the last in, first out. Okay, so these are about your some again data transfer instructions, that is push and pop instructions. That are the move instructions, push instruction. Now you have the exchange instruction. This is the last data transfer instruction, XCH. That means it exchanges the accumulator and a byte variable. Here, in this instruction, XCH, that is your destination is always accumulator. Okay, here you see that here these destinations are always accumulator. So you can exchange the data between accumulator with any R0 to R7 registers. You can exchange the data between accumulator with the contents of any memory location that is directly specified, and you can exchange the data between accumulator and any memory location indirectly specified. So this is the first instruction, XCH A comma Rn. That means the contents of accumulator and any register R0 to R7 that will get exchanged. That means suppose your accumulator contains 12H and your Rn contains 34H. So total 8-bit data will get exchanged. So your accumulator becomes 34 and your accumulator Rn contains 12. So your contents will get exchanged between accumulator and any register. Here also we have the exchange XCH, exchange A comma direct. We can exchange the data between accumulator contents will get exchanged with the contents of memory location. And here also you have the one more memory location that is indirectly specified. We will work out one of these things in kill. This is also important instruction XCHD. Here, in this instruction, XCH, your total 8-bit will get exchanged, okay, between your accumulator and your any contents of your R0 to R7 or any memory location. But here you have the single instruction is there. There is no combinations for this instruction. Here you have, this is the only one instruction, XCHD A comma @ RI. Okay, That is what it will do. It will exchange lower digit of accumulator with lower digit of memory location specified. म्हणजे तुमच्या जे तुमचे लोअर निबल असेल only that will get exchanged. Your upper nibble will remain as it is. Okay, so what will happen here? Your accumulator contains an at the rate RI. If your accumulator contents are 12H and the contents at that memory location are 34H, then what will happen? Only lower nibble will get exchanged. Your accumulator becomes 14 and your that memory location becomes 32. Only your lower nibbles will get exchanged. Okay, your upper nibbles will remain as it is. I will show you the example. Suppose here my accumulator contents are 12H. Okay. And I have some memory location defined in R0 that contains, suppose here R0 contains 25H. What here R0 25H indicates the memory location. And at that memory location, suppose I have some data. This is the memory location 25H. Suppose I have some data 67H. So what will get exchanged? The 25H is the memory location. That at that memory location, I have the data 67. Okay. So this data 67H will get exchanged with the contents of the accumulator. But what? Only your lower nibble will get exchanged. So now you tell me that the contents of accumulator now after the execution. What will be the contents of accumulator and what will be the contents of 25H memory location? Anybody can answer. Lower nibble will get exchange only. Your upper nibble will
70
remain
and
as it is.
62.
In your accumulator, only 2 will get exchanged and your here in from 67 only 7 will get exchanged. So your accumulator becomes what? Accumulator upper nibble will remain as it is 1. Your lower nibble of that memory location contents will get exchanged. So it become 17H and here lower nibble 6 will remain as it is and that 2 will come from your accumulator will get exchanged. So after the execution, your accumulator will be 17 and the contents of memory location will be 62. Getting this? So only the lower nibble will get exchanged. And this is the only single instruction. No any combination for this instruction. XCHD. D means what? Here that lower nibble you can consider. So it will only exchange the data from your memory location to with the accumulator. Only lower bits will get lower nibbles. Okay. So we will work out some one or two instructions in kill. XCHD, how your lower nibbles will get exchanged. Suppose my accumulator contents are 13H. Okay. Then move R0. I taken one memory location that is 20H, okay, that is stored in R0. Now, we will store some data at that memory location where we will debug the program. When we get the memory window, there we will store the data at that 20H and then we will execute that next instruction XCHD. Okay. I will take some data 67. Now your R0 is 20. Your accumulator are 13. Okay. Then your R0, that is the memory location. We have stored 67 in memory location. Now after execution, you see that your accumulator will become 17 and your this memory location become 63. Okay. So here only lower nibble will get exchanged. आधी काय होतं तुमचा accumulator मध्ये? You have the 13 in your accumulator and here in memory location we have 67. So only your 7 and 3 will get exchanged. Upper nibble will remain as it is. Okay. So